not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
It looked good. It felt right. And then it ended in a tie. Kissing your sister. That's basically how it ended up. But in the end, the Jaguars showed improvement in their second preseason game. We will dive into all of it. Welcome into a Mokama Beer Company Monday. And I tell you what else felt right. A 1 o'clock kick on a Sunday afternoon for a preseason game. Now I hope Jaguar fans, for those away games, did a little pregame training camp as they got ready for that 1 o'clock kick. So we will get into it today with all the things that came out of yesterday's action. But should we begin the show, fellas, before we even look at our XLP Big Three? Do you have the Taps music, JJ, by chance? Because here is the end of an era, Big Sirs, okay? Yeah. We went through the Luke Jokel era, okay? And it began and ended with really not a lot of ceremony. He came and went without a second contract, and now another Luke is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke Fortner.
Sad.
After playing yesterday against the team that just traded for him, and Luke Fortner is now out the door.
Sad day. Sad day.
What do you think? What did you think when this news went down?
Well, surprised he had the capital in which to be traded. First and foremost, let me go ahead and say that.
Okay.
But
He's a friend of the program. Let's remember that.
Yes, I like him.
He was the offensive lineman of the year / rookie of the year.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
For the first and last ever Dewey Awards.
I remember the Dewey Awards, yes.
And he started every flipping game
Don't
for
cut
the
him
first
to the
2
white
years.
meat just yet.
Not yet. No, but he was phenomenal his rookie year. Absolutely.
He's taking his Dewey with him. Don't you
he's
forget
taking
about
it with
that.
him. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he was made a scapegoat as well.
Yeah.
By the team. 100% made a scapegoat as well. And, you know, maybe he's going on to greener pastures, maybe. Mm-hmm. You know, he has the opportunity. Maybe he has a legit opportunity. Because I saw that Saints offensive line. They're terrible.
It's so funny because Coach Campbell and I...
It's bad ball everywhere.
Actually, I tweeted this yesterday. I posted it on X that don't look now, but I feel like Wormley's got a chance to make this team. Mm-hmm. Jonah Monheim looks like he's a very good late-round pick that could represent the future, particularly at the center position.
We actually do that now.
Yeah.
We actually draft late rounds, develop guys, and have potential to make the team.
And Luke Fortner was knocking people off the ball. And I'm thinking to myself, he may make the squad.
Yeah.
And then, boom, you know what they did? They created value for him, okay? Yeah. Value. Whenever you're scouting and you're looking at pieces that you can plug in, he created value for the New Orleans Saints, and they went and got him. And on this side, Colin Saunders is a guy that comes in and immediately can help them when it comes to button up against the run.
Yeah, we need a big body like that. Yeah. I mean, he's going to play the 1, not the 3. Yeah. So he's going to be that nose guard. It's going to probably, give Devontae a rep.
Devon Hamilton.
Some rest or whatever. He's a big body. I like that he's a big, squatty body, okay?
He is a squatty
body.
He's a
big squatty body. Yeah. So the guy's going to take up space. You know, he's going to keep you off the middle linebackers.
He ain't 6 foot, bud.
No, he ain't 6 foot.
But he's
he's all bit 5'11".
He is one of those guys that is just nailed to the ground.
Yes,
okay?
You need those type of guys.
As long as he's difficult to move, it's all that matters.
That's all.
And he starts off like Liam Cohen was asking for cleats in the grass. He's nailed to the ground. Okay, his cleats are in the grass, and if he can basically be that guy that it's hard as hell to get him off of that spot. You're not going to run right over him. At least it doesn't look like it. He spent 4 years with Kansas City, was part of a team that won a couple of rings. It's not like he was Chris Jones or anything like that. But this is the type of guy that you try and get right now. Depth.
Yeah, I mean
competition.
Yeah, both sides, the Saints and the Jaguars saw the film and they was like, "Who's this guy?"
Right.
And the Saints might looked at Fortner and said, "Who is this guy? Can we get these guys on the cheap?" And they made the decision and they made the deal. So
he better make this team. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Like right now,
there ain't much there right now.
And we were in particular. This is something all have been harping on. First off, Eric Armstead and Mason Smith. If they were healthy to start the year, you might feel a little bit better about the 3 technique. And explain it real quick, Big Sirs. That's the guy that plays off the center, off the guard.
Well, off the guard. Yeah. Usually off the the play side guard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, and then the one is the bigger body, the guy that's going to either go nose up with the center, but more or less shade between the center and the guard. And he needs to meet the middle.
It's kind of like the offensive tackle that doesn't want to play guard. The threes don't want to play the nose, okay? Because they don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
They don't want
that. I believe. Yeah.
So it's the same scenario.
But we have been harping on the very simple fact that it's a problem right now because Eric Armstead and Mason Smith aren't practicing. But it was a deeper depth chart when you looked at those two guys with their names on it. But behind Devon Hamilton wasn't a whole hell of a lot. And we've been harping on that for a while. And you know how I went with the IDK emoji on the IDL, the interior defensive line, because there was just so many question marks. This guy, at the very least, lends some experience and playmaking ability.
Yeah, you need that. Because, I mean, who was behind Devontae at the nose that we were playing? Was it Jefferson? Would they interact?
Well, behind Devon, they were going to have basically some combination of a Jordan Jefferson behind him.
He's not a one.
Well, first off, y'all act like Devon Hamilton's like some elite guy.
No, he's not. He's not. Absolutely, he's not. He's not an elite guy.
He's just the presumptive starter because there ain't nobody else.
Right. By default.
Yeah. And so, heck, I was looking at the depth chart yesterday just trying to figure out which of these guys is going to be able to make the roster that has moved the meter in the preseason. And you guys let us know. You can jump in on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010, because it's honestly, I appreciate the fact that there's movement from the front office. And look, we can, like, I bashed Balky. He deserved it. He left this team in some serious...
Deserves, not past tense. Deserves.
Yeah, still deserves. Exactly, yeah. President accounted for the Balky crap is still here. You're right. But the bottom line is that you're trying to find new faces that have a chance to make an impact. And so Gladstone's, I'm going to give him credit. He ain't sitting back. He ain't saying this roster's sucking. It's that old dude's fault. He's trying to maneuver and at least get something to happen.
He's not settling. Think about how many times we thought maybe 2 or 3 years ago, man, we need a guard and another rush in.
Right.
And we never got it. We need a guard and another year after year after year. This organization, this new regime, they see that this team needs help in certain areas. And what do? They go get it.
Yeah, and by the way, it still may not be good enough.
No.
Which I think we basically can assume that it probably won't be where they want it to be, but they are doing what is necessary to try and get this football team back to where they're competitive. All right, so let's just start there, okay? Goodbye, Luke. Hello, Mr. Saunders. Let's see how it goes. Now, let's talk about the game. Honestly, we're going to do our XLP Big Three. Let's just start with the offensive side. We'll go high, low, and overall. Then we'll get to the defensive side. Give me your high. It may be obvious, but let's at least do it.
My high, I'm going to go to offensive line.
Okay.
I think the offensive line is my high because this is back-to-back weeks, and I know it's the preseason, and they got no sacks. And I think for the most part, Walker Little, when I was talking about all week long, just got to see you play well. I mean, he played well.
Yeah.
But now that I see it one time, I got to see it every day. I need to see it consistently.
That's the job of a lineman.
Absolutely. I need it consistent. I think Ezra Cleveland was spot on. I think the other two, I think Patrick McCarry, I think it was some plays where he was run plays where he wasn't just blocking, he was slamming bodies.
Tell you something.
I like to see slamming bodies.
Leon, I saw a couple of moves that were dangerously close to cutting, but they were physical.
I like to see guys moving east and west as an offensive lineman, and that's what he was doing. He was slamming bodies, getting to the next level. I think Fred Johnson, for the most part, he played well. I think the tight ends, I mean, you're talking about Brenton Strange. Yeah. The 2 catches he made, if I'm not mistaken, got us third downs.
Yeah, they were chain movers.
You know, they were chain movers. So that's essential. I think the running backs were spot on. I think Parker Washington played a hell of a game. Trevor had played a hell of a game, except for one bonehead play, you know, where you got to eat that fumble. You know, you got to eat that. But for the most part, I got to give it to offense.
All right. I think my first is just blocking in general. I thought Fred Johnson had played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. Walker, too. Again, we have to temper this a little bit by this is clearly the worst team in the NFL. The Saints.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that.
But
still.
Right.
Still, I think this team was so desperate to have something good happen to them that it happened to them, and I think they play one. I think you got to give them credit. Brenton Strange wham block was fantastic on that run play. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I couldn't help but text it in the show thread because that's what I'm looking for, those types of things.
Yes, that's the stuff they haven't seen around here in years.
Yeah, and so let's just stay there just as far, and I'll just follow what you guys had said towards the end of last year. they looked functionally operational without any hitches. You didn't see a flag come
Except for
out.
the fumble.
Yeah, well, you didn't see a flag come out until the second quarter. The fumble, there's no question about it. Trevor Lawrence needs to make a better decision. May have thought he could have pulled off a wizard type of play, but no, you got to eat that ball, live for another play. And it was such a Jaguar feeling thing when it did happen after they went click, click, click down the field and then came away with no
It was
points.
like the Dolphins, Etienne's fumble against the Dolphins.
Yeah, it felt the exact same way. Thankfully, it was in the preseason, and they got it done. All right, so you guys jump in. We do our little XLP Big Three, high, low, and overall. We'll definitely do it on the defensive side coming up as well. And we'll come Beer Company Monday. We say, hey, hope you had a good weekend. Hang out with us for the next couple of hours. We're talking Jag Ball. And guess what? Round of applause necessary for this one. It is week flipping 0. Okay, this is college football about to begin.
Oh, yes.
With Farmageddon across the pond.
You're talking dirty to me, and I kind of like
We
it.
got Stanford, Hawaii, too, Joe.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
They're back.
Nothing says ACC football like that.
Stanford, Hawaii.
Stanford, Hawaii, baby.
With Frank Reich making his debut, okay, as the head coach of the Cardinal. It's all out there. We got plenty to do on Mokama Beer Company Monday with XLP.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL is committed to getting you closer to your favorite players. That's why we send Jags beat reporter Hayes Carlyon to bring you back one-on-one interviews in the locker room. Unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. It's Renewal by Anderson's triple savings month. Get $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires August 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's most interesting options. 1010XL's Media Mogul Hicken here. Watch for Musing with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook. Made possible by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
If life blindsided you tomorrow, would your family struggle? I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial, and I can help. One call could protect your family for life. 904-885-9566. Harborstone Financial.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
San Jose Collision in Mandarin is proud to be an I-CAR Gold Class collision repair facility. That means they meet the industry's highest training standards. Experience the difference at San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hacker here. You know, those of you that have listened to me for years realize that I used to do a lot of different weight loss things, a lot of different things that I tried that just never worked for one reason or the other. And then Awaken 180 Weight Loss came along, and I heard Mike Dempsey and Matt Hayes talking about it, and I thought, you know what? What the heck? What do I have to lose? I'm going to give it a try. I had low expectations, to be honest, based on previous history, but I learned very quickly that Awaken 180 Weight Loss is the best weight loss program I was ever on. I dropped 19 15 pounds my first 2 weeks on Awaken 180 weight loss. Went on to lose over 100 pounds total. I'm keeping the weight off with the Awaken 180 weight loss maintenance program. Awaken 180 weight loss, without a shadow of a doubt, is the best weight loss program I have ever been on, and the results speak for themselves. If it's time for you to lose some weight like it was for me, go to awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. You can do it. Awaken 180 weight loss.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. Frank Frangie here for the farm at Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. Explore trails, kayak Blackwater creeks, or harvest from your own land. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Long snap count here for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor dropping. Looking. Fired. That ball's going to be caught underneath. That's Parker Washington dives for the goal line. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence to Parker Washington, and Jacksonville strikes first.
It's Mocama Monday on XL Primetime. Head to the tap room at Fernandina Beach every day that ends with Y and enjoy some Mocama.
That is worth the call one. You just heard the call from Frank Frangie, play-by-play voice for your Jacksonville Jaguars. You know what I'd say to Frank? I'd say, happy Frank, get used to it, bro. Might want to work on some more happy calls because there's going to be more of them. All right, more of them.
Let's hope we won't get fooled again. Okay.
Listen,
Let's hope.
I'm fooled all the time. Okay, but this looked, as we said to start off our show, a little more operationally smooth and an offense that was able to make plays against backups. Not all of them, but some of them. And this team also had backups. No Travis Hunter out there. But you can talk, no Anton Harrison. You can talk about the ones that weren't there. But just put it in reverse and go to last Saturday and think of how crappy it looked defensively. And then the offense really okay, but not great. Couple field goals, nothing special. This one went down, boom, 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 and busted off some big run plays or the screen game with Tank. I loved it.
Man, that's what I wanted to see. Like you said, after coming from that scrimmage, what was that scrimmage? Thursday scrimmage, and the way they played against the Steelers, I was looking for a functioning team, and they were for the most part on both sides of the ball. I saw the effort, the execution, I saw the intensity revved up a little bit. That's a bad team, but that's not our fault. They're paid professionals. All right, paid professionals on both sides of the ball. So this notion they backups or whatever. You get paid and you blocked them, so you did your job. All right. So that, I think on both sides of the ball, they got after him a little bit. They ran the ball effectively. So I'm happy with the outcome. Everybody was saying, well, why you care? I don't care about no preseason wins. It might help the psyche of the team, but all I know is we played well. No one got hurt, and we move on to next week.
We're doing number 2.
Yeah. So this will be XLP Big 3 number 2. We did a high, now let's do a low.
We're doing a low now.
And we're staying on offense right now because we'll get to defense coming up.
A low on offense. Yeah. To me, the only low was the fumble. I thought everybody played about to where you would hope, actually. And everyone. I can't think of a guy out there where you were like, all right, that's a little disappointing.
All right, so I'll give you my low.
Okay, go ahead and go low.
Brian Thomas Jr. not catching that first pass.
Yeah, that's got to be thrown better.
Right, but those are the things though that we're looking for, that chemistry, cohesion, them working together, and granted, make the throw where it's impossible not to catch it, but you had your mitts on it. And I just feel like the chemistry, the combination hasn't necessarily been great. He comes back and catches one to take it out of bounds and keep the drive going. So I was okay with that. But those are things that are kind of automatic.
So I don't think that, for me anyway, I don't think they're at that point as a team, as a quarterback wide receiver combination, to be expecting plays like that to be made. Not yet anyway. Doesn't mean it won't be at some point this season. I just don't think they're there.
This is what is supposed to happen in the preseason for you to work Kings out. Really.
Yeah. Well, my low, and I'm being a particular, being as an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Fred Johnson on a couple of plays, just a couple.
Yeah.
You can't. You 6'7", 335.
He is a huge human being.
You can't get walked back into the quarterback on 2 occasions against a 6'4", 265-pound defense.
Not once, but
twice. Oh. And I'm just saying you gotta buckle down, work on your trunk, squat, whatever you need to do. But when you got them long arms, you got to hit that man.
Right.
You know, you can't walk you back a cut. I'm just being a little stickler.
You know what though? That was like in mid to late second quarter. So, and I hate to say this, I think he might have started wearing out because the first quarter and a half, he looked good.
He just needs work on his conditioning.
Well, right. I think I like it because right now they're pushing him.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of saying, hey, let's not wear him out, they're saying, let's wear him out and see where he can take it.
He's got to be ready for the season, man.
Right. Where is he willing to go? Where is he willing? Right. What work is he willing to put in that's beyond what he's already done so he can give us a little bit more?
Well, listen, we've all seen him in practice. We've seen him struggle and tired and, look lethargic and lazy at times. I mean, that's some stuff that he needs to work on his own. He needs to get himself – because they sincerely – I think they want to replace Anton in some capacity.
Yeah.
But he hurt this and that, whatever. Hasn't really lived up to first round expectation. Isn't consistent enough in practice or in games. So I mean, Fred Johnson, he has an opportunity, but he's got to maximize it. He's got to get in some shape.
Yeah, and I think all they're doing right now is they're signaling the bell that Anton, if you are going to be a liability, either not available, which is a liability, or not good to that first round level and first year play that you showed us ability, then we're gonna look for options.
Wow. You guys both think that, huh?
Yeah.
You think they're trying to find somebody for Anton?
I think they're trying to light a fire in him a little bit.
I'm not even saying that they've resigned themselves to that just yet because he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to make that clear. Same thing with Eric Armstead. At the very least, he's starting to work a little bit. We may see him back, but right now, the only thing I can take is that he is hurt. Okay,
Yeah.
So Anton doesn't show up earlier in this week because of an injury. And at the very least, they put Fred Johnson at right tackle. Then they went to second team. They put him at left tackle. Like Matt said, he played quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just basically saying, bro, you're good enough. You need to get as many reps as you possibly can because you need to be on go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's Leon's point. I think they're trying to get him in shape.
It might very well be.
I mean, because we watch him in camp, bro. He's dying out there.
I know,
man.
bro. And I understand the heat. I absolutely understand it. But he's got to. But in order to endure the heat, you got to get yourself physically. You got to embrace.
I mean, he looked really good for a quarter. Seriously, he looked like when he played. I was like, all right, I could see that guy starting for them easy.
But
he played well.
I feel like I'm gonna pat him on the back just a little bit because he's the only guy, at least in all the practices that I've been to. I've been to every one of them, but the ones I've been to, he has done more first and second team than I think anybody else has. Even Udoka, who
working with both, you mean? Yes, I agree.
He would go first team, second team, first team, second team.
I agree with that.
Where everyone else is trotting off, getting a squirt, and then he was right back out there. And so they're definitely saying, hey, we need it. We got to get it out of you because we don't necessarily have what we'd like offensive line play wise. The other part of this though is that offensive line did some nice kick out blocks, jumping on this big. Because I feel like they were committed to making sure that they busted off some decent run plays. Trevor acted and delivered quicker with accuracy in this new offense. Those are the things that got me fired up.
Yeah, the offensive line played well, especially interiorly. I mean, I saw bodies moving. I saw guys slamming guys, going to the next level, blocking guys, standing on blocks. I mean, I'm not just talking about stalemates. I'm talking about they were moving bodies against the Saints, and that was very impressive. And on those trap blocks, the double teams, come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, now that's a Saints defense that's terrible, whatever. But they're paid professionals.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still scheme.
Yeah.
Play calling, putting them situationally in the right spot at the right time, and then guys delivering on their play-making ability, which was what Trevor did do. A shorter passing game, take the profit type of feel, and it looked like he was just a lot more decisive. All right, this is off the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You guys jump in. I hope 80 makes the roster, says one of our Nooner Nation listeners, and I agree. I think Josh Cephas has done enough to make sure that he makes the roster. Both he and Irwin, I don't know if he's a crock hunter, but Big 83 has made a couple of plays. And so 80 and 83 are right now looking at being 5 and 6. As far as if they carry 6 wide receivers, I think they will. Then one of those guys or both of those guys can be impactful in special teams as well, which both of them right now look like they potentially are. So Cephas has a chance. Here's another texter. I feel like Trevor really looked good, but you can imagine how much better it could have been if the team would have gotten around Trevor and gotten on one knee. I'm not talking about guys standing around him. I'm not talking about guys sitting Indian style around him. I'm talking about guys on one knee. So if you get to a point where Trevor, just that one situation, just holds the ball, and then they get in the end zone after that, how much better do you feel?
A lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
same.
Because those are still, I feel like I'd feel a little bit better because he didn't cough up the ball. Those are still the things that if you're going to point them out, you're going to keep adding up. Oh, there's another turnover from Trevor. Well, I know it wasn't his fault.
Right, but you expect your quarterback in the NFL to not fumble the ball.
Yeah. So you're saying?
Same. I feel the same. I thought he had a good game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, but that sounds opposite of what you just said. You expect him not to fumble the ball, and he did.
I do expect him not to fumble the ball. I thought he had a good game.
Yeah.
You can't fumble the ball. He took 7 points off the board there.
So confused. If he had tucked the ball.
Well, you're right, but just because you make a mistake doesn't mean you didn't have a good game. I thought he had a good game. I thought he played well.
I'm just saying I would have felt better about that one particular thing. All right. So
I thought you meant his entire. Would you have felt better about his entire play? That's why I said that.
If he did not lose the football on that one play,
I would have felt better about that drive. Sure, of course.
Yeah. I would have looked at it and said, okay, that is an improvement because the footwork looked like it was an improvement, the decisiveness looked like it was an improvement, and then that part, not turning over.
I think and I don't know if it's by scheme or not, but for some reason, I think they need to go down the field more. I think they're still too
Well, this
safe.
is early. They got to build this before that ever happens.
I get that, but I'd like to see some, even in practice.
Yeah,
you don't see as much down the field stuff. I'd like to see some down.
I do think there have been big plays made in practice. I do think they've done that.
There've been some, yeah.
Yeah. All right, a couple of others. The GM is gangsta, and I love it. Which, if you're going to make moves, just make them. Jaguars were last in takeaways last year. They certainly were terrible single-digit turnover numbers last year. Doesn't take a former NFL OC to notice that Parker Washington will be more effective than Travis Hunter on running plays. Hunter's immediate goal should be learning all the cornerback positions and getting 10 INTs. What did you guys think when you found out Travis Hunter was inactive and not ready, or just they didn't want to play him and put him in harm's way?
No, I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, he has an upper body. We don't know what the gist of his injury is, but it's something upper body. I'm trying. Was it a hit? Was it a tackle? Was it a strain? What's going on with him? I don't know. But I was okay him not playing. Yeah. Gave other guys opportunities to succeed.
Oh yeah, and for a guy like Parker Washington, he's had a pretty dang good camp.
Yeah.
And so a guy like that is good to see those reps, to get in the end zone, short pass. Trevor read, made the decision. Parker turned upfield, made sure he got in past the line.
I would like to have known if this were a real game, would he have played?
Mm-hmm.
Would like to have known that.
Yeah. I feel like, and I don't know that this was said necessarily by any of the Jaguar brass, but I'm sure there were a bunch that were held out that they would have played in a regular situation. So, all right, you guys keep it coming. Let's get to the defensive real quick. Let's set up your high on the defensive side of the ball that jumped out for you. XLP Big Three.
Pass rush.
Okay.
Absolutely pass rush. I think they did a wonderful job on one-on-ones. They did a wonderful job on the twist game. They constantly kept pressure on them. I think the middle pack got pressure. The outside guys got pressure. So I mean, the pass rush was a bonus to see all those guys get after it pretty good.
I'm gonna reassess that in the lows, but my high is gonna be, and this is defense related, so that's why I'm going with defense. I like the fact that Liam Cohen called out guys and they responded. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with calling out guys by name. There's nothing wrong with it. And that's what I was saying for the last 2 years with Doug Peterson. Call these guys out, man. Liam Cohen does it. They respond. There's nothing wrong with that. You light a little fire into somebody. I like that he called them out. I like that they responded. Now you move forward. Now you understand where everybody is, what everybody expects. Now you move forward.
Right. All right. My high was straight Dewey. Okay. When Dewey is in
a good game.
Yeah, and when they're calling those types of plays, hey, Campanile, okay, that's good, man. Be aggressive. Preseason is much more accepting of aggressive play, and boy, Tyler Shook was shook after Dewey got a hold of him. And so those types of plays between him and Trayvon impacting the quarterback very early on the defensive side of the ball. I love the hell out of that. All right, we'll keep it going on the defensive side. You guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. I'm Okama Beer Company Monday talking Jag ball after I thought was a pretty good 17-17 tie against the Saints.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle.
Frank Frangie here. It's always truck season at Nimnick Chevrolet. Well, this month, you can save up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 0%. Unlike most dealerships, Nimnick Chevrolet has the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. With their extensive selection, you're sure to find your perfect truck at Nimnick. So shop online at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership at Park and Cassett. Who's got more new Chevrolets at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
RestoPros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
RestoPros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsNEFlorida.com. That's RestoProsNEFlorida.com.
RestoPros!
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
You wouldn't drive your car 50,000 miles without an oil change, so why are you ignoring your septic tank? Septic tanks need to be pumped every 3 to 5 years. Call 904-862-6769 to schedule your septic pump out with the pros at Duck Duck Rooter.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at AMCOJacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. If you have a school, team, or group that would benefit from a team store, you're in luck because we now offer team stores. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Tootin, the running back. Mullins under center. They give it to Tootin. Toward the goal line. Touchdown. I mean, he just lowered his shoulder and barreled
Monday on XL Primetime. Head to the tap room at Fernandina Beach every day that ends with Y and enjoy some Mokama.
You can tell. You can hear Happy Frank, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Happy Frank.
That cut courtesy of Jaguars.com with the Jaguars bullying their way into the end zone, which you like to see. I'll tell you what, coming out of the first 2 preseason games, obviously, Bashal Tootin is got to be one of the guys that you can look most forward to as far as what his potential might be. But both him and LaQuint Allen both look good. And 4 running backs on this roster, I think, is a real thing. I don't think they're going to waste those draft picks and say, hey, we'll take a shot with 3 running backs and put 1 on the practice squad. They all can be meaningful in this offensive system.
Yeah,
there's no doubt in my mind.
Because you put one of those on the practice squad, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's not going to get waivers.
And
he gets waivers, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I would always joke that, okay, you need to get a good roster. Who cares if someone gets plucked off of the practice roster? But the 38, like if Jaquindon goes, no problem. You got to make sure you keep those 4.
Yeah, you have to.
Because Allen looks like a 7th-round draft pick that just has a mean streak in him. I told you guys last week, I think Big Search, you might have been there for it, but when they had the dust up, him and Combs on the practice field, he was dropping gloves. He looked like a hockey fighter out there, man. He was ready to go. He is a tough son of a gun. And so, yeah, having all 4 of those guys, and ETN looked better. Tank Bigsby started the game as the number 1 running back. ETN got in there. Both of those guys got lathered up early. Both of those guys were able to spring big plays, running and catching the football. I loved it.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Tootin's their best back. I really do. Because I think his vision. Well, he sees cutbacks, and I think he's got a little of both. He's got Tank's ability to push the pile, and he's got ETN's ability to have that breakaway game speed.
Yeah, like he put his foot on the ground and made some decisions and obviously turned upfield and was running north and south, but also had a little wiggle, had a little cut in him. But, like, whenever Matt says that, like, I love when you make those declarations, but I'm thinking to myself, I still want to see what both Bigsby and ETN can be in a better offense than they've been in.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition because both players, all 3 of them, are going to be inspired to get more touches. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to waste reps when it comes to running the football.
Right.
I mean, both of them, ATN, Tootin, and Tank, all had big runs in that game. That's what you want from your team.
Yeah, yeah. And so when you're looking at it, that's basically what you're trying to see is an uptick in the performance of the players and an uptick in the actual offensive scheme.
I'm looking at it from the idea of who do you want to get the most carries? Mm-hmm. Who do you think you can trust the ability to move a pile and be a game-breaking type back more? So if I'm looking at who do I trust protecting the ball, and who do I trust has the ability to break one off for 50 or 60 or 70?
Yeah, but if honestly the one book on Bashal is not protecting the ball, is that he coughed it up a little too much in a Hokies uniform. Now he needs to. He knows that. He's one of those guys that probably came in and said
he's been pretty safe.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not talking about a lot of work right now, but yeah, he's a guy that will be his biggest challenge: pass protection and can I take care of the football when I start getting more and more totes.
Let's be honest, bro. 1 and 4 are not pass protectors. Okay, neither one of them.
Yeah, I feel like I got to see how this offense.
A lot of wing protections there.
Well, yeah, but
shoving that elbow out, Leon.
Like I said, I'm not. we go back to whatever we saw before, which was all of it was bad. Okay, and so now if there's a better offensive unit up front, then these guys maybe aren't going to look nearly as ridiculous not being able to pick up that extra rusher or whatever the case may be. That's the thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for 1 and 4, ETN and Tank Bigsby, to have much bigger years with this offense and the way it's designed.
Well, I mean, outside of their running the ball, how you pick up blitz is going to determine how much you play.
Yes.
Because a Mike linebacker or a safety coming in the hole and you don't square up and they knock Trevor down.
Right.
Offense coordinator's going to have problems with you.
Yeah. Did you do it well? Did you keep 16 clean or did you blow it? And so, yeah, that's going to be one of the things that's going to drive it's going to drive Liam crazy. It'll drive James Gladstone crazy because he's ready to move on. think about that. It's first and a third rounder in ETN and Tank. And they went and got Bashal in the fourth round. If they can get value out of him and give him more plays, I have no problem with it. But I just want to see where those first two guys go, because I do think this offense has the potential to help them shine. And let's not forget, Liam Cohen last year started calling plays with the Bucs with Rashad White as his starter and Bucky Irving as his rookie, and Bucky Irving ended up moving past him. So it's not impossible at all to suggest that'll happen. All right, a low on the defensive side.
The low on defensive side, and I might be singling this guy out because he gave up a big play, but I'm looking at the other guys making plays in the game like Kaiser and Vontrell Miller. I say Chad Muma. I mean, he's literally battling for more time.
Yeah.
And he's just not making enough plays. Now, that down-the-field catch was a hell of a catch.
That's what I was going to say.
It was a hell of a catch, but it just singled him out for someone who's fighting to get reps.
That's true.
Against guys who are making plays. The Millers and the Kaiser, they're making plays. And him to give up that big play, he just got singled out by that play. But, you've got to make more plays, especially when you're trying to get reps on the defense side of the ball.
Very true. He's fighting Chad Muma is for a roster spot.
All right, so my low on the defensive side of the ball is we haven't really seen a play yet made by the two ends.
Mm-hmm. Like Trayvon, I thought made himself a play. He busted him up. That's how they got the ball back.
Yeah. I want to see something rare, something unique, and we haven't seen it yet. It's preseason. It's two games.
Yeah.
Those guys have done a lot of good work in practice, correct? But again, that's jag on jag.
It is.
But still, I would like to see rare because they both have that ability. They both were selected in the draft to have that ability. They both have shown it at times. So I'd like to see it. I'd like to see at some point, like, the head coach of this team say, look, we have to take Josh Hines off the field. He's just too disruptive, like the Lions are doing. Like Dan Campbell said, look, they have the Hutch rule now in practice right now in camp because he's too disruptive right now. They can't have him on the field. He's disrupting the offense.
Yeah, that will be one. Obviously, the decision to make that move probably also led to a little bit of Khan making his decision on whether or not he was going to keep Trent Baalke, as Trayvon Walker has been impressive, but not Aiden impressive.
If you have a rule where you continue the play even if Hutch blows it up,
right? That tells you
he's yeah.
But and
they have two really good tackles on that team.
Yeah, and they will forever be connected. One number 1 pick overall versus the number 2 pick overall at the same position. They will forever be connected. There's no question, and you'd like to see it. But I really want to see, because I saw Trayvon strength and moves be able to make a play. Now let's see what he can do. Like we said, the further we get to the regular season and in every Sunday, what type of play does he make when the games count? I'm looking forward to it because I do think he can have himself a good year. All right, real quick, overall.
Overall, both sides of the ball, we didn't see a lot of this last year. Trevor fumbles, defense comes back, stops him, offense gets the ball back, goes down and scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that from last year.
Complimentary ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good.
I love the fact that they handled adversity well. They did something on defense, got the ball back on offense, went right back down and scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Listen, if we had done that first game last year, this whole thing might have been different.
Yeah.
But I like seeing that.
Excellent.
All right, my overall is it was against the worst team. They were playing a rookie quarterback. Who cares? Who cares? You needed this. They needed this, desperately needed this, to feel good about themselves, to see what it looks like when everybody's on the same page, when it's operationally functional. They needed it, and they got it. And now let's see what happens Thursday when you go into the joint practice with the Dolphins. That's a much stiffer test.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing is that the overall for me is that Liam Cohen challenged his players and challenged his coaches. Campanile looked like he ran a better defense this go-around versus last week, and the results were there. They were able to create pressure. They were able to make plays. So let's see where it goes, like we said, with the final preseason game coming up before they get ready for real against the Carolina Panthers. All right, it's XL Primetime on Mocama Beer Company Monday. Find them up there in beautiful Fernandina Beach on South 8th Street. That's the original location, the old 50s car dealership, a beautiful tap room, and then the Wildlight location, and then on the shelves, Total, ABC, Publix, and soon to be Target. Check out some Mocama beer.
10XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Every summer, there's one Saturday night you gotta be in Daytona.
Hey, boys, watch this.
The NASCAR Coke Zero Sugar 400, brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 from Jacksonville's NASCAR station. 1010XL.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barra here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barrier Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to barrierorthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barrier Orthopedics.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 18, 2021, Shohei Ohtani becomes the fastest player in Angels history to reach 40 home runs in a season and also pitched 8 innings in a 3-1 win against Detroit.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
What is the busiest airport in the world?
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport is the busiest airport in the world, serving over 100 million passengers.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business. Window World, simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet, quick feet, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Go, here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Operation, penalties, a lot less of those to start out in the first couple drives. So I think from that standpoint, it was a lot better. Moved the ball well. We were good on third downs, converted some of those third downs, which is good to see. Protection was really good. Obviously, besides the one fumble, that whole sequence was was not good. But besides that one play, to be honest, it was a pretty clean day. We moved the ball, stayed on schedule, I guess you could say, and we were pretty efficient.
It's Mocama Monday on XL Primetime. Head to the tap room at Fernandina Beach every day that ends with Y and enjoy some Mocama.
So there's your quarterback, number 16. That cut courtesy of Jaguars.com, talking about what they were able to do and what they need to work on, the turnover, the fumble. No doubt you don't like that at all, but plenty of other things that they can point to as they were able to, with the first team, get in the end zone, make some plays offensively. All right, it's XL Primetime. Big Leon Searcy, Hurricane Hall of Famer, getting fired up closer and closer to the kickoff of the college football season. Matty Hayes, check out all of his college stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C. and JJ. And what he said is true. But they need to obviously look like they can click, click, click against anybody. So one of our texters pointed out, Leon, only 9 of the 27 receivers. This is off of an X post from James Palmer. He of the covered the NFL forever. Only 9 of the 27 wide receivers who have played with Lawrence in his NFL career remain active on an NFL roster. He plays with 3 of them on his current roster. So that's now down to 6. 78% of all the wide receivers Lawrence has been forced to play with are no longer on an NFL roster. And folks think Trevor was the problem. That's
By the way,
interesting post.
That's not James, but that's James Palmer sent on a post about Trevor, and then a guy on X by the name of Barber Mike
added to it.
Added that kind of detail to that. And I think there's some truth to that, number one, but I also think he's got to play better. And he's got to make others better. When he plays better, he makes others better. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
And I know, you can say Josh Allen does it and Pat Mahomes does it and Joe Burrow does it. And you can say they're the elite of the game. Well, that's what you want this guy to be.
Well, that's what you drafted him to be.
Yes.
And the other part of it, though, is that just those guys, like we said, a lot of them are out of the league. The other is that since he's been in the league, they're also a group that lead with the most drops. And so, yes, he has made bad plays. He has coughed the ball up far too many times, but there are also a ton of drops that have come along with him in 4 years' time.
Yeah, but I don't want to give him a built-in excuse for poor play because he's how many turnovers he's had in the last
69.
69 turnovers in the last 4 years. So that's bad ball. If he cuts that in
70
half,
if you include what happened.
Well,
So that's not.
We don't count preseason. We don't count preseason. No, but I agree with Matt when he says, well, his star power and his ability to being the first pick overall, you got to make those guys better. You got to take care of the ball. You got to get now. You can't account for the drops, but the ball's there. If it's drop, you can't account for the drops. But I just think they, at some particular point, Trevor's got to take ownership, for this team's bad play.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give him an out in saying that 78% of his wide receivers are not in the league anymore because if he played better, maybe they play a little better.
Yes, I think Lance he has to take ownership for his poor play. I think he does. I think more than anything, he has to take ownership for the reality that they will go how he goes. Mm-hmm. If he plays well, they will be a good team.
Yeah, but there's no mistaking either the people that were signed or drafted have not necessarily helped him.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, let's make this the 10-10 take real quick, just because honestly, you're hoping that all those mistakes and turnovers and all that stuff, that may be a thing of the past.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
You early risers, it might be getting just a little late for lunch, but if you are, the way you start your day, starting to crave some good barbecue, slide on into any one of your area Sonny's right now. Lunch, dinner today, tomorrow, whatever it might be, make Sonny's part of your game plan. And so cleaning up mistakes and putting guys on your roster that will help you, that's the key. And that's what Liam Cohen and James Glasson have been brought in to do. And so you're looking for, like I looked at the top 100 free agents that are still available. Gabe Davis is still available, all right? And they went and signed him for a bunch of dough and dinero to come down from Buffalo and come do what he was doing up there with Josh Allen, with Trevor Lawrence. It didn't last. We know it didn't last. And it was ultimately another one of the bulky, expensive decisions that did not pan out. So now rely on your front office, rely on your game planning and your play caller to make things look better. At the very least, this looked better this Sunday. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Be smart with the football. Don't turn it over and use the weapons that you have, including the run game. That's the 10-10 take, because that looks like the direction that we might be headed in with what we just saw.
Joe, the run game is the key.
Yeah.
If you can run the ball, it's going to open up all kind of lanes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Matt sort of say is that the short stuff, at some particular time, the defense is going to suffocate that. So you got to take your shots when you can down the field. Because all we've seen now, we've seen the short to intermediate stuff. We haven't seen any real long balls right now. Maybe they're holding on to that for, maybe the regular season.
Right.
Because at some particular time, the defense is going to stop. They're going to try to take away that short to intermediate and force you to go long. But I think the running game essentially sets all that up. If you can run the ball effectively, it opens up those lanes. So I'm glad to see the offensive line blocking the way they have.
Yeah. It's got to be there. If it's there, we got lots to look forward to.
They look, we talked about this earlier. I think they looked confident out there. All those guys, first and second team O-line, I think they looked different. They looked like an NFL offensive line. Again, it's not even Jag versus Jag. It's Jag versus the worst team in the league. But they needed that. They needed that confidence.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. If you go do it and you got big holes against a bad team, you might have smaller opportunities, but take advantage of them as well. All right, into the 1 o'clock hour. Let's say hello to our quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson. Week 0, ladies and gentlemen, Kansas State and Iowa State Farmageddon in the old hills of Ireland. They'll be playing in Dublin. So we'll talk about that one and then all the other big games that are right around the corner. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. You know Dan Hicken.
Well, actually, where I come from, I'm considered something of a ladies' man.
And you know Jeff Prosser.
I've been on all sorts of adventures with this guy. A bunch of them.
They are The Drill.
You guys really believe that stuff, don't you?
Mornings on 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
We're a veteran and still 100% locally owned and operated HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, and general contracting company. Ideal Conditions has been BBB accredited with an A+ rating since 2008 with 4.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Google.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Calling all poker players. The Best Bet Summer Swing Series kicks off August 18th at Best Bet Orange Park with a $200 no-limit hold'em and a $100,000 guarantee. Next stop, Best Bet St. Augustine with a $150,000 guaranteed poker tournament. Then wrap it up Labor Day weekend in Jacksonville with a massive $300,000 guarantee. Play all 3 events and swing for big winnings. Get all the details at bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com.
Football season is here, so I've got to get organized. Lauren Brooks here. Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers, wherever that clutter has taken over. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off this month only. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
David here with Royal Pest Services. It's back. Our summer Centricon Termite Special. New installs begin as low as $249. And if you have existing Centricon, but your renewal is through the roof, we can transfer you to Royal at no cost. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate.
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by TopDressing.com. For the second straight year, season tickets for Florida football are officially sold out, as all 2025 season tickets and stadium passes have been claimed. Single game tickets are still available for all 6 home games of the 2025 season. Fans can purchase tickets by going to FloridaGators.com. Right now, 82 degrees at 101. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Denny Thompson, ready to go,
That was
baby.
acapella right there.
What
man.
was that? Ready to go. I'm so fired up when I see him, man. I can't stand it because it's go time. It's week 0, bro.
Dude, I am so excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
It's week 0, and then it's all for real for everybody week 1.
And then week 3, I'm going to come in here and be like, I cannot wait for the end of the season. But right now, I am so excited.
All right, so we're going to set aside college ball because we were, of course, talking about your Jaguars pretty much the entire noon hour. It is XL Primetime. Welcome into the 1 o'clock hour. If you just came out of your lunch break, you're popping back in the car, you turn the app on, or however you find us, we totally appreciate it. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, JJ, and now we got Denny Thompson, our quarterback whisperer, hanging out with us. So let's go straight to the Trevor talk, which has basically led the entire first hour. He looked impressive to me. He looked decisive and accurate. So take it from there and what you saw.
Yeah, I thought he looked as good. Again, I don't put anything in preseason.
Sure.
Literally nothing. But he knew where to go with the ball. That's 2 weeks in a row where it looked like, all right, he's getting rid of the ball. There was no real pressure because even when you get rid of the ball quickly, like lanes still have to be there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even just the slightest penetration can mess anything up with even the quick game. So you got to give props to the line for that. He's throwing out of clean pocket, even though he's doing it in under 2.5, which is the goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's getting through progressions quickly. I haven't seen anything except for positives out of 16 thus far.
Now, because they've done so much with the quick passing game, defenses, they lock on to stuff real quick. Any concerns that he hasn't gone down the field a little bit more? He's done the shorter intermediate stuff.
I thought that I always hate saying this because I can picture Baselli like hearing this going, he don't know what he's talking about. You know, Tony, like that whole thing. But I thought early in the game they got some looks defensively that would have allowed them to go long.
Yeah.
and they kind of stayed true to what they were doing. And that's probably intentional because we all know, like, the most frustrating thing in the world, especially as fans, is you go out and you watch your team play and that other team has got an 8-yard cushion at the corners and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you're sitting there like, we'll just throw it right to him. Well, yeah, but you're only going to get 2 yards because the guy's going to run up and make a tackle. So I think there's a little bit of like, I want corners creeping up, especially when I've got the receivers that I've got. And I think offensively, what you've seen in the preseason is they have plenty of playmakers on that team, which is maybe the only thing you really can tell in the preseason. Like, they've got guys, if the ball gets in their hands, they're going to do something with it.
Haven't been able to say that in a while.
No, I don't. Not to this level. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, not yet.
All right, so we've all talked about this pre-show and in the break. What in the world is it with Trevor and the 360? Like, he's got perfect pocket presence. You reach past like 2.5, 3 seconds, and he just panics and just does that little 360 move.
Yeah,
and he turns out, and there's no reason. If he steps up, he's got even more protection.
Yeah.
Is that like a tick? What is it?
I think every quarterback has something like that. Like,
Right.
if you watch, I know watching film this past year on a couple of our guys, it was like, wow, you really like to exit left. Like, when things don't go perfectly.
And he does.
Like, you really like to go left. And I think some of that is just mechanics. It's
Right.
a lot of times it's easier if you're kind of rolling left and you've got more vision. Like, because the minute you're right-handed and you start going right, you've shut down 2/3 of the field from what you can see. Right? Now, I don't know if he's just comfortable with that spin move. He feels like he gets more depth and it gives him more clearance.
Yeah, I feel like it's the classic go-to bad habit move.
Yes.
But I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know that it's a bad habit.
Well, all right, so you can picture others, and we all can. Josh Allen can do that spin move and turn it into something, okay, because he's willing to run and he can see the field and all that kind of stuff. And maybe Trevor develops into that. But the only other good thing I saw before the spin move was he did step up in the pocket. So we are seeing a little bit. 2 weeks in a row, like you said, as far as the offense goes, 2 weeks in a row, we've seen Trevor step up in a small pocket, which I loved.
Okay, so what y'all's bigger concern on this is not necessarily the spin move, it's that he's exiting too soon.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Right? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think, do you blame
spin
him?
move's a little bar.
Do you blame him?
I don't. Spin move's a little bizarre, but no, I don't blame him. No, of course. He's probably gun shy from everything he's done.
I think we've talked about this. I think that's the part of, like, you got to get some confidence that an offensive line that just because in my head this ball's not out at 2.5 doesn't mean that I'm about to get hit necessarily.
Right, yes, of course.
And to be fair, he hasn't really had that in the previous, 4 years.
Well, and his left tackle's been struggling the entire camp. So, yeah, I could see that.
And at the very least, he made the play. When he did spin out this time.
He did.
And then, like I said, he did step up in the pocket and complete it to Brenton Strange. They did move the chains, kept drives alive, take the profit throws that honestly, he hasn't done enough of those up to this point.
Well, he also could, again, purely guessing on this, he also could know where his left tackle possibly is weak at. Like, if his left tackle gets beat inside a lot, then, and that's where he's vulnerable, then you would want to spin out of that.
As an offensive lineman, though, Leon, you got to feel. How do you come out of that game feeling like you did a better job of giving him more time to be decisive?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, collectively, I'm watching the left tackle, the right tackle, the interior of the offensive line, and I think they gave up no sacks. Now, they gave up pressures, don't get me wrong. It was one time I texted y'all and said, freaking Fred Johnson, because he got beat inside on the inside move. And I think that a lot of his stuff, he struggled because of fatigue. They're trying to get him in shape. They got him at left, they got him at right in practice and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that the offensive line, for the most part, played a hell of a game.
I mean, were there any penalties on the offensive line? I don't remember.
No, there wasn't a penalty until the second quarter, too, which also was good news. And I think the first penalty was against the Saints. Anyway, they cleaned that up quite a bit.
Yeah, outside of the, stepping on Trevor's foot, that whole debacle, which is typical Jags, and they got to figure out how you get that stuff cleaned up. It was very clean with the first team offense. Very clean.
Okay, so help us with this real quick, just as far as the run game and the short passing game to the running backs, because the tank play was huge. The ETN run was big.
Yeah. I think all of it is part of a offense that has an overall plan, overall structure. Not saying that Doug Peterson didn't, because obviously he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But when you look at this offense, you can see, like we were talking about the lack of going deep. You can see where it's like, okay, we want teams to feel like, they've got to be aggressive with us, and then we'll take our shots. But until then, like, we're going to have an answer for everything,
right?
And it's going to be the old Patriots extension of running game, but we're actually going to run, right? We're going to slow those linebackers down. We're going to keep those safeties at check. And if you can do that, and you can have those corners feel like they have to screw down a little bit to 2-3 yards, your playbook opens up immensely.
You see, that's what I think everyone's looking forward to. That's 100% right there. Real quick, that
just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You got to love the Cleveland Browns. They're so sideways, it seems. They're talking about keeping 4 quarterbacks on their 53-man roster. Anyway, Adam Schefter reporting Joey Flacco, okay? The Flaccosaurus, as Prosser named him. Joe Flippin' Flacco, as we named him. He will be the week 1 starting quarterback. We've seen Shador. We've seen Dillon. Now we're going to see old man Flacco. Isn't that crazy?
Not surprised.
I mean, this man was just trying to hang out a couple years ago. He wasn't trying to get into all this.
That's it. And he took them on a playoff run that he went up in Indianapolis and hung out for a while. It's just nuts. Anyway, that is the report. Speaking of X, I don't know whether this is like photoshopped or not, okay, but it's under the handle of Nature is Amazing. And they show this dude who caught a fish, is standing up in his boat, and an eagle starts to fly around, circling. Did you see this?
I did.
It's the most unbelievable thing.
It's believable.
And he starts waving the fish to get the bald eagle's attention, and then ultimately gives him like 1 or 2 passes and then says, bro, here it comes. He throws it up in the air, and the eagle snags it. It was so badass from the bald eagle. You think it's real? 100% real?
Yeah, it's real.
I think it's real.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love it. All right, more from the Quarterback Whisperer. Week 0 chatter, Week 1 chatter. Back to your Jags. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. He tackles talk radio like a middle linebacker in the gap.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tommy Mack. Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters. And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
It's time to elevate your back-to-school style with luxury and a brand-new Cadillac.
Discover the 2025 XT6, a spacious 7-seat SUV starting at just $49,195. Perfect for carpooling or weekend adventures.
That's right, or step up your game with the stunning 2026 Vistique, Escalade, and Escalade IQ.
I want to go back to school in style.
You can. Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. This school year, it's all about style.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee, and resist all and approved credit.
He's one of the greatest Gators in school history.
Who are you? Who's he?
Chris Doring brings the heat to the drill with Dan and Jeff. Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
If a birthday or an anniversary is looming in your future, take care of it today by ordering a floral arrangement online at CuneFlowers.com. Hi, Flying Jacko here. Take it from me. An arrangement from Cune Flowers works like magic.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
We got one more seg with our quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson. You can definitely go back and listen to any of the show that you missed. All you got to do is search XL Primetime on YouTube, and you can catch anything that you might have missed. That's for sure. We appreciate it. Mocama Beer, thanks to them bringing you Monday's show. So before we get into a little college football, and Big brought this up earlier, Jackson Dart, did he look, what did you say? He looked the part?
He looked the part, bro.
Yeah.
He did.
So just a couple of these guys that we saw in the preseason. Dart, Dylan Gabriel, even though Joey Old Man Flacco's now got that job. Dylan looked okay. Threw him a pick six. Cam Ward's looked pretty dang good. Who else has jumped out at you guys before we ask the quarterback whisperer?
Well, I think Caleb looked phenomenal yesterday.
First time we saw him.
And that new offense, man, he looked phenomenal.
I thought because Austin came in at the end, Austin Reed. Yeah. Tyson Bagent was
one of our second dudes, Austin Reed. Yeah.
I thought the whole offense just looked clean.
Yeah. Which is that Ben Johnson effect?
Yeah. Ben Johnson's a dog too now. Yeah. Like, he gets after it.
It's funny because we wanted, my campaign, bring a Johnson to Jacksonville. I wanted him bad, and it didn't happen, of course. He immediately snapped up that job because of Caleb and like the attractive part of that.
The most noticeable thing when I was watching Caleb yesterday, the ball is getting out of his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about 2 seconds, and they were talking about it today on ESPN, how 2 seconds, 2.1 seconds, because that was the knock on him last year. They held the ball too long. But underneath this new offense, he's getting rid of it, and he's making good decisions with it.
And it stayed that way the whole game for Chicago, which that tells me they're being coached right. When you go quarterback to third string quarterback, and obviously Caleb is so talented that it's always going to look different when he's in there. But as an offense, you're able to run efficiently and effectively. Very few drop balls, very few balls hit the ground. That's a good sign in preseason. And I'm going to stay on our guys here because it's really all I watch. But San Francisco's three guys we work with as well. They look good the other night. Brock looks great. And I think Anthony's having a good preseason.
They went back and forth. They put Daniel Jones up first and AR after that. AR had the unbelievable throw that got called back on the penalty, which was a great throw. But it's funny. We're all these guys, we name all these number one or top 5 picks with Caleb Williams coming out. Now he's got an offensive line that can help him a whole hell of a lot more to see if he can be that guy. it's amazing, Denny, if you give them protection and a good scheme. Are those the two most important things? I know we always say the running back but honestly, all of it comes together if you got good scheme and good line play.
Yeah, I will say this, though. I am reminded of Kenny Pickett 2 years ago, who had a perfect quarterback rating through the preseason.
You got to love the preseason.
And then got, I think, benched in week 3 or 4 or whatever it was. I mean, it is a completely different game. But all you can ask for right now is for it to look easy and good. And the guys we named, that's what they're doing. They can't do anything more than that right now. And they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for.
So I'm going to give you your GM hat right now, all right? So if you're the New York Giants, are you going to go the safe route with Russ, or are you going to start your Jackson Dart week 1?
I'm going to go with Russ week 1.
Okay.
But I'm going to have my eyes open for sure. Because, I mean, if you get the Russ that we think Russ can still be, I mean, that's a pretty good quarterback. But I don't know. I mean, I'd be open to the opportunity of looking to when I can get the young guy in if I'm New York. If I drop 3 of the first 4, something like that, yeah.
Well, because the guys in the locker room, they clearly see the energy level is elevated when Jackson Dart's in there.
Yeah.
So if Russ comes in week 1, they're not going to be happy.
Here's my question about Russ. I don't know Russ at all, but if they name Jackson Dart the starter week 1. I mean, now you've got a rookie in there, and behind him you've got, what year is Russ in?
He's 10, 11, something like that. Yeah.
More than that.
More than that, probably a dozen years in the league.
And Jameis?
Jameis has been since 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, can those guys, will those guys help Jackson through this thing? Or are those two guys that think that they can still play? And I know everybody helps everybody, but Leon, back me up on this.
Yeah.
There's different levels of help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, some guys will be mentors, but some guys will be like, it's not my job to mentor you.
Right.
Not only that, more to the point, he's done this against backups.
Yeah.
Let's like he gets in that, when he gets in a, let's say you start him week 1, that's not going to be pretty. It just won't. No, you're talking about a completely different situation there.
I don't think if you're the Giants, you want to. I think that's a little bit of waving the flag a little bit before the season starts.
Plus, it's not fair to him either, Denny, is it?
Well, I mean, was it fair to Jaden Daniels? Or was it fair to your?
Yeah, they put them all.
But that Jaden Daniels is up here. Jackson Dart's not a Jaden Daniels level.
Okay.
Well, at least I don't think so. What do you think?
I mean, to Leon's point, if he is, you look like an absolute genius. And maybe I'm playing the safe route right now.
Correct.
And you went and got him because you believed that he had that potential. And Jaden was second-guessed all the way until no one could second-guess him anymore, basically, is what happened. But
it was only his physical frame that was second-guessed. Mm-hmm. Everything else was like, the guy's ridiculous.
Yeah, very true. Very true. The other thing, though, Brian Dable, you could just see his face light up when Dart made 1 or 2 reads, boom.
Well, there is nothing that can save that man's job quicker than Jackson Dart.
You better believe it. Yeah. He wants to keep his job. And so I don't doubt that he would try Russ to begin with, kind of bank on, he's a Hall of Famer, okay? Bank on security and safety and knowledge and all that kind of stuff. But if Jameis is going into his 11th year, how flipping long has Russell been around? Okay? Because Jameis was number 1 overall in 2015.
Well, I tell you what, if those two guys will buy into helping that rookie, man, that's some quarterback room for Jackson Dart.
Yeah, and Dable did make magic out of Danny Jones the first year they were together, and then we all know it unraveled this past year. All right, so a little college football. What have you What have you heard? What are you feeling? Carson Beck is probably is he the biggest name that you have right now in the college game?
Oh man, I don't know. We work with a lot of guys.
He doesn't want to put them in order?
No, I do not want to put them in order.
Okay, you're
but
gonna you're gonna go with.
I mean, obviously, I think so, but I don't want to. We have a lot of really talented guys right now in college. I'll leave it at that.
Another guy you caught the balls from or anything like that.
So I mean, we have a lot of them.
The translation there is he's got a lot of guys he's working with that he thinks could be the best quarterback in college football.
Yeah. I mean, Mateer is a blast to watch.
Carson,
Mendoza, and Carson and DJ. It is a very fun year for us at Cortex, both college and pro this year, man.
We said it last week, Denny, that if you're not counting DJ, and you can't because he's true sophomore, 4 SEC quarterbacks could go in the first round. And if you say, hey, Carson spent most of his career in the SEC, he could potentially be another first-round draft pick. That's a hefty number.
Listen, here's what I'll say about Carson is I and he and everybody we're so excited about next Sunday. I don't think I've ever been as excited about a game in my life as I am this Miami Notre Dame.
See what happens like when people doubt you, man? That's what happens.
It's so great.
Well, you play
so
angry.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, in a lot of ways, this thing's already a victory because we walked off that field December 7th or whatever that was, thinking, how in the world are we going to be ready to play in August?
Right.
This kid could have played a game in June. He worked that hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was so locked in to his craft, and it brought him so far another way that you can easily see, like in God's plan, why it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so I cannot wait until he gets to go out there and have.
You can't sell that to Leon, man. Look at him. He's so fired up.
No, because Georgia fans are knock on Carson. The Georgia fans that he never won a championship for. You know what? I hope he wins one for us.
Yeah.
Look at the look on JJ's face now.
Oh, yeah. He's tailgating right now.
You guys are so happy.
Yes.
He's got the suite set up and everything.
First of all, Denny just gave me our suite number for the game, and that's all
why
I
you're
needed.
happy. Okay.
He's so fired up, man.
Nice.
And who could blame him? That's for sure. And then Matt is promising to crash the party down there, too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Your suite might be. Is it near the press box?
I don't even know.
All right,
I have no idea.
Because there's suites right near the press box.
Come on.
All right, I'll
Just
go.
make
I'll be in the
sure.
players' suite.
Go. You can walk over though.
The legend suite.
It's just a circle.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not walking around that suite.
First of all, Matt, we don't want any journalists in our suite.
Sorry.
Well, that's a very
We don't
good
want him
point.
bringing that,
It's a very good
that
point.
funk, the Miami
Negative
funk.
funk.
I'm gonna have to sign an NDA. or
Just
something.
make sure if they have a 21-0 lead in the second quarter. Never mind. All right, just forget about it. Forget about it. That's how last year ended. But you can get away from that. All right, so you mentioned Mateer. Do you have a Venmo account that you share expenses with him?
I didn't even know anything about that until like last.
Have you
Thursday.
ever put a description on your Venmo charges that says, I don't know, what was the one guy? Yeah,
Sports gambling is what it said.
His was sports
USC,
gambling.
UCLA.
What did the other guy do? Not buying drugs. So what was the description that he put in there? But anyway, it's a funny thing. But Mateer, if Oklahoma is going to get where some people see them getting, because it was an uneven year last year, they were the second lowest points per game SEC school. So they need to get Mateer rolling in the right direction for Venables to keep his job.
I mean, I can't imagine that they're going to have the luck that they had last year, the bad luck they had with receivers. I mean, at one point, I think they were playing walk-ons.
Yeah.
Like early in the season in September in Oklahoma. So he's a good player, man. He is a good player. He's fun to watch. And you want to talk about just a football guy, that kid just loves football.
Damn, that's going to be a good team, man.
I think so,
telling you
too.
it is.
I'll give you another
It
one.
wasn't just the O-line. It was the wide receivers, too. They had injuries everywhere.
Yeah, C.J. Carr is another one that I mean, I know they're in a battle right now in Notre Dame, and I don't think they've announced the
So,
starter
he's
yet.
not locked it down yet. I don't believe.
But he's another one that's such a talented kid, man.
Yeah. CJ, doesn't Marcus Freeman need to basically name CJ Carr now, or you just take it all the way up to game time and let him worry and wonder?
I think that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
What's the advantage in naming one?
None. I heard the other kid's got the lead right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard similar things. I'm not very tied in at Notre Dame, but I mean, apparently two good guys there.
So I threw the note at the guys last week, 229 pounds for John Mateer that he's bulked up to. So he's a big.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Baker. They're almost the same
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. So if he is put together like that, then and obviously he's the ability to move and
he doesn't have that Baker arm strength though. But he's other than that, right?
Baker's got stupid arm strength, but John's got plenty.
Yeah, he threw for 3,000 yards. So
if he sat in here with you guys, like you would love him. He is just such a football player.
Yeah,
he could play linebacker. He could play whatever he wanted to play. He just loves the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful stuff. All right, so leave us with this as we get ready to say goodbye to you. Just the next step for Trevor after these first two games. I don't think we'll see him in the final preseason game.
There's no way.
I wouldn't think so. But what do you, if you are Liam Cohen, okay, and let's be real here. All of Duval, they're like, we're seeing a little bit of an improvement here from what Trevor has been and what he might become. What is Liam trying to leave him with every single game? Taking one more step.
I think it's just as simple as making sure that they're all on the same page. Of this is the play call, this is why this is the play call, this is what the check is, this is why this is the check. I think as long as Trevor is intimately involved in that game planning and that offense and in the way they're installing it, and in why the progressions are what they are, I think he has a massive year. And I've been consistent on that.
Yeah.
I've said that since they hired Liam, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Leon's the same way.
I'm back on 39.
Leon's Mr. 39. You back on it now?
I'm back on it.
One game against the Saints, he's back on 39.
39 touchdowns.
Let's go.
You got to love it. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Denny. We appreciate it, my brother. All right. At Denny_Thompson. You can definitely check him out with all the quarterback fun he's cooking up right now. We got some fun to cook up for you, JJ. We got some AEW tickets.
Yes, I have a pair of AEW Dynamite for Wednesday, October 8th at Daly's Place. So be car number 4 right now at 641-1010, and I'll hook you up.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Right now at Sonny's, Q Crew Rewards members get free kids meals Monday through Wednesday when dining in. Just another reason why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
If you're 35 to 75, you could get life insurance today. No medical exam needed. I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial. One call could protect your family for life. Call me today, 904-885-9566.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, you have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. You have the right to choose your own doctor, too. And I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation, the auto accident experts.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Clean and Freaks at Zero Res. Great time of the year to get your house Zero Resified. And right now, you can get your entire home clean from Jacksonville's ultimate carpet cleaner. You'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Plus, they're throwing in a free hallway and take $100 off the air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Prosser here again for Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts you can trust. You might think you have a struggle ahead, but Chad and Sandy always have a solution, and ultimately it ends in a success story. Jacksonville area homes are selling, but getting the right price requires aggressive marketing and proven systems. Hiring the experts who know how to create demand is crucial. You need Chad and Sandy Newman. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, stress-free. But, man, they deliver with the promises. The local real estate experts you can trust. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Oh, and the proof is out there. Tom and Nicole in Mandarin. I got a new job in Louisiana. We found a new home. Now we'd have to sell fast to avoid paying 2 mortgages. Chad and Sandy did it. Use them today. ChadAndSandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
There's certain places if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate. Full of choices and all of them good.
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
1010 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toys.
What happened this weekend?
Caleb looks good in preseason.
First third down for Chicago. 3rd and 5. Williams in. Rhythm again. There's Zacchaeus. And Olamide Zacchaeus takes it to the end zone for the Bears touchdown. 36-yard touchdown to finish off a 93-yard drive to start this game.
The Dodgers are back in first place.
Mookie hits a high fly ball. Left field and deep. This ball is gone! Mookie has his moment and gives the Dodgers the lead.
Rally homers again.
Best thing about this team, Raleigh sends one to the corner. Nimmo going back. He's looking at it, and that's gone!
Scotty runs golf.
Can you believe what you just saw? Bobby Mack can.
I loved what happened yesterday on the PGA Tour with Scotty coming, just charging back to win, and especially that hole out at the 17th. I didn't necessarily love the call. Okay, might have been a old Jack Buck ripoff right there, or even a Vern Lundquist ripoff. But anyway,
I would have loved to hear the world feed. That's for sure.
Yeah, listen, embrace the moment, but don't try and copycat the line. It was just a great moment for Scotty Scheffler. Mookie Betts, huge moment for him. Cal Raleigh, oh my gosh. And then Caleb, who we just talked with Denny about, he definitely looked pretty good. And Ben Johnson, we'll see how, I think anyone would agree, you want to see how Ben Johnson does versus Liam Cohen, two brand new head coaches with number 1 overall picks, kind of getting an idea of where they're going to go.
Yeah, but Caleb looked phenomenal. That he drove, what was it, 93-yard drive?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had protection. They ran the ball well. I mean, this is his decision making and his release of the football was just
coaching, man.
Yeah, that's coaching.
Mm-hmm. That's the Johnson coaching you wanted in Jacksonville.
Yeah. We keep talking about it. The guys, the players certainly are the most important piece of anything you're doing, but direction, innovation, and coaching will get you going in the right direction. And that's what both of these guys, that's the hope that both fan bases have, and we'll see where it goes. That's for sure. You want to see where your fun can go? Well, you can definitely check out Cycles of Jacksonville. If your weekend wasn't nearly as fun as you wanted it to be, then all you got to do is drop by their showroom on Atlantic near Regency and check out all the cool things they got. You can check out their Facebook page or cyclesofjacksonville.com. All right, so just as we kind of stay on the college football front that we were just talking about with these guys coming into this next couple of weeks and just how special it could be, the out-of-the-box look from any of these teams, not necessarily going to tell the entire story. If Notre Dame doesn't win the game, if Miami doesn't win the game, if Clemson doesn't win, or LSU, it doesn't tell the entire story as far as what the season's going to look like. But, man, it is going to be – that's a key indicator. You can't help but look at it and go, okay, I'm going to make some early instant judgments on who's hot and who's not.
Well, it's momentum.
Mm-hmm.
It's momentum.
You get that first win. Yeah.
So it's two things. It's also huge momentum for whoever wins, any number of these games, including Texas and Notre Dame, which is coming up. I don't think that's the first week of the season, but it's early in the season. These early season non-conference games are just gigantic. It's momentum to go into the big games that matter in the conference games. And for the teams that lose, clearly your season's not over, but you start to reassess a little bit and you start to question specific areas of where you're headed. Yeah, no doubt. These are huge games.
Well, for me, when you got games of this magnitude, that Clemson, LSU, Miami, Notre Dame, Texas, you hope they live up to the billing. You hope. I mean, whoever team that loses, you hope that it's a grudge fight. I don't expect any blowouts, but if there are any blowouts in some particular, I mean, that team that gets blown out, I mean, being ranked in the top 10, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of question marks, a lot more questions than answers. Yeah. So I'm hoping that with all the build up, I'm hoping that I see good ball by the top 10 teams that'll be playing each other as far as rank. Like Texas, Ohio State. I don't know who's going to win or lose, but I hope it's a grudge match.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it comes out to the final drive, final play, whatever, something like that. Same thing with Clemson, LSU. Not so sure about Miami, but if Miami and Notre Dame is a close game, if it's a close game, I'm gonna be watching.
I think if you're any of those games that might be not a blowout, but might not be close, I think LSU and Clemson's got it.
Really?
And not LSU on top. I mean Clemson.
Yeah, it's funny. Just going back real quick to the Texas Notre Dame, it could be a Star is Born kind of feeling for both of those guys. Arch delivering on what everyone has been saying for 2 years, even though we're saying a Star is Born because it's his first time as a starter full time, and then Julian saying, who knows? He could just pick right up where Will Howard left off, but that's a huge challenge. And then you have the other ones, Carson Beck returning from injury, all these other great storylines that are still there. All right, real quick, I got to spend at least one hot second on this. Okay, I thought some of the best stuff that was grown was either in the South or it was imported.
Grown?
Yeah, grown. Like in the South or it was imported. Little did I know, there is more stuff that you can get high on your own supply in the Big Ten than anywhere else in America, or for that matter, on the planet, because they are high. Okay, now the Big Ten has come out and said, hey, I got a great idea, man. What do you say we go to, I don't know, man, let's skip 16, let's go to 28. Let's do 28 teams, man. What do you say? What the hell are they talking about? Can't they just settle on, they haven't actually even settled on 16. And now they're talking 24 or 28, Matt. They're high up in Big Ten land. What the hell are they talking about?
Look, they're trying to make money. That's number one. Okay.
Yeah. They're trying to steal money is what they're trying to do.
They're trying to make money, but more than anything, it's this idea of what they've done. It's a collective group of moves. I'm writing about this today at USA Today. The collective group of moves they've made since the pandemic season has just permanently altered college football, what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to do it again.
And so now they think whatever they do is a great idea, and they got the Midas touch.
It's amazing. If you go step by step what the Big Ten has done, you start out in the pandemic season, if you remember, they weren't going to play. They canceled the season. Right. Everybody else was trying to play. They canceled.
They looked like idiots.
And then Kevin Warren came up with this spring football idea. Remember that stupidity?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
They played
that they were going to play 2 full seasons in 9 months.
Yeah, they play a total of 6 games the pandemic year?
They came back to play 6 games, and they told everyone, hey, you have to play 6 games to play in the championship game, Big Ten championship game, and by proxy, the college football playoff, right?
Yeah.
So when it gets midway through the season, it's clear that unbeaten Ohio State's not going to reach 6 games. They just change the rules midseason. To get Ohio State in.
Right. It just makes me laugh.
And it just continues from there. Like next year, Texas and Oklahoma join the SEC. They panic. They destabilize the Pac-12 by taking USC and UCLA.
Yeah.
The Pac-12 starts to implode. Oh, okay, we'll take Oregon and Washington because USC and UCLA needs travel partners, and we can't go out there all the time. So they just basically ate another conference, right, by doing that.
They did. They collapsed.
Remember the alliance?
They collapsed.
When the SEC first grabbed Texas and Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah.
In the alliance of like minds. Remember that?
Yeah, because
and then 11 months later, they stabbed them in the back?
Yeah, they were protecting themselves against the SEC. And so,
it's amazing what this conference has done in the last, 5 years?
And they're like, okay, we're about to go from 12 to 16, and then I got another great idea. You didn't like
28.
The 4-2-2-2-1-1-5, whatever it is. Now they're going to go with 7 automatic bids to each the SEC
7
and the Big Ten. It's just
and
nonsense.
5 to the ACC and Big 12.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Because nothing says college football playoff like 5 loss Louisville.
What is the
5 loss Baylor playing in the college football playoff?
What is the longest season that we have? Baseball, obviously, with the amount of games that they play. Is the Big Ten model to
No, well, that's another thing.
Longer
that would probably eliminate the championship games. And then you would pick it up like the NFL, literally the next week. Boom, go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they want to kill off Championship Sunday, but it's going to be another 2 weeks worth of playoff ball that
At
they're
least.
talking about. Yeah. They just want to have the longest season.
When the kids going to go to school?
Bro,
kidding me?
Let me tell you something. That argument, long gone. Remember that? Remember when the presidents were saying, we'll never have second semester football. Yeah. Now the season ends January 20-something.
Yeah, their AI bodies are in the classroom right now taking tests for them.
The collective
that's for sure. Anyway, it just blows my mind. 28 teams. Get out, Big Ten. You guys are nuts. It's XL Primetime.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Leon Searcy here from LXL. In 60 days, you'll be one of two guys. The first, sluggish, foggy, not keeping up like he used to. The second, driven, strong, and confident. What's the difference? LXL's daily low-dose testosterone protocol. One free assessment has changed everything for 100,000 men. You don't have to be the first guy anymore. Take control at TryMelXL.com. Your move.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com.
Upgrade her diamond ring this summer with no money down and zero interest for 5 years. Don't miss this killer offer from Beards Diamonds. 5 years, zero interest financing till the year 2030. Not just on engagement rings, also on earrings, bracelets, bands, colored gemstone jewelry. Buy now and pay nothing down and spread your payments over 5 years with zero interest. So that $5,000 gift comes out to just $85 a month. Beards Diamonds is Jacksonville's locally owned source for exquisite jewelry. We can do things the big corporate jewelers can only dream of, like lowering interest rates all the way down to zero. All GIA certified diamonds are included in this. Rounds, princess cuts, ovals, pear shapes, cushion cuts, emerald cuts. Whether you get a $5,000 diamond or a $50,000 diamond, you can spread your payments over 5 whole years. Get the Beards Diamonds unbeatable price. Pay zero down and spread your payments over 5 years. But hurry, this is a limited time offer that ends August 31st and will not be extended. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beards. On approved credits and restrictions apply. See store for details.
The dog days of summer are here, and Superior Fence and Rail is throwing you a bone. Right now, get 5% off any fence project 100 linear feet or more through August 22nd. Whether you're looking for added privacy or to keep your pets and family safe, now is the perfect time to invest. Contact Superior Fence and Rail today for your free estimate. Cannot be combined with other offers. New contracts only.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
All right, my takeaway is I don't care if it was a tie. I'll take that tie. All right? It's preseason game. All I know is that this team looked well on both sides of the ball. First unit, second unit. They moved the ball. They stopped them. And they handled adversity well for the first time in a long time. And what, a calendar month? A calendar year?
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins game, first game, yeah, absolutely. The team collapsed after that fumble by ATN. It was good to see them do it in the preseason, respond well to it. So, all right, now don't get my hopes up.
Right.
Next, you still got another game left. I want them to play. They're practicing to get the Dolphins. Yep. Want to see them practice well and play well on Sunday. But this,
Yep. My takeaway is Liam Cohen called them out, and they responded, and I love it. Love it. That's what I want to see. They're grown men, yes. They're not like college football players, yes. But they're also not above taking a little criticism, and I like it. I like it. And now they know if it's not working or they're not doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to get called out. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, there's a little fight in the line as well.
And I like the way they responded.
Yeah. There's a little fight in the line. And also, like I said, he wasn't afraid to call out the coaches as well.
Yes.
And so Campanile, I think, took it personal and said, this ain't me. This is not how I'm supposed to be putting a football team, a product out on the football field. And so the line, I really feel like they've got a chance as a unit to be pretty good. Patrick McCary, when healthy, I think is a very good player that can play multiple positions along the line of scrimmage. Fred Johnson, hey, show us what you got and then do it again because we're probably going to need you. And he's probably not just earning himself a spot on the team, but playing as one of the more crucial backups, that's for sure. And then also making the move to say goodbye to a guy that had been around, Luke Fortner, who started 34 consecutive games for this football team and then ultimately was dealt earlier today as they swapped a Saints player for a Jags player. And I wish I could find this guy. Let me see if I can pull it up. But he mentioned that not just one Luke has been through the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise over the years. And he mentioned Luke Jokel, Luke Bowenko, and Luke Barku, another one that they paid extra money to sign as an undrafted free agent. So thank you to our Primetimers for coming out with that. Luke Bowenko was a starting center also there for a little while. And Bowenko was Bortles' kind of like, they were buds, man. They hung out together all the time. And Bowenko was another one of the guys that was kind of drafted a little further back in the draft. Fortner was, a third-round pick? And immediately was plugged in because they didn't have anybody else, probably because they had just recently said goodbye to Bowenko or whoever it was. But anyway, just keep up in the roster, keep up in the ante performance level-wise and see where it takes you.
You know that center and quarterback have their endearing relationship with one another. You saw Trevor and Hainsey on the sideline during the game.
Yes.
Having a good time, chopping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
wrong with it.
And yeah, because that way,
a little bit.
Huh?
They were giggling a little bit.
They were giggling a little bit, having a good time. They knew they had played well, both of them.
And I think that's what you can get.
Well, you touch a man's butt long enough. I mean,
that is true.
Great point.
Gain a relationship.
You're right, bro.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Never mind. So, but it's something like that. And hell yeah, you want that battery. You can go back to Jeff Saturday and Peyton Manning, Jason Kelsey and Jalen Hurts, whomever it is. Those guys become famous off of what their quarterbacks are doing.
Brunell and Waddell.
Exactly. Dave Waddell was the go-to guy. That's for sure. All right, here's another one real quick. This is off the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Do you guys think Agba is in danger of getting cut? Haven't really heard anything about him. Not sure if his contract is guaranteed, though. I don't know the contractual numbers right now. At least it don't pop to mind. But Agba, I think, has been okay. He's been steady second team when it comes to trying to create a pass rush off the edge. But I think what they're asking is DeJuan Smoot has been more impressive. And I'm happy to see DeJuan Smoot being healthy and making plays for this football team.
Yeah,
good to see that.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Yep.
It really is. Now, speaking of good stories.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Smoot. Yeah, I know you're all fired up. I know you're all fired up. You ready to go with the little helmets and heels?
Yeah, we are. We get to talk about some good football today, which was nice.
Wasn't it nice? And I think all we did, our wish list, was make them look operationally functional.
Yeah, you wanted to see functional. There were certain things when it comes to pass rush you wanted to see, running the ball. I wanted to see a little bit more of that. And I think a lot of the I want to see this boxes were checked, which is a very positive thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to look at it because it's so funny. We put the disclaimer. We know it's the preseason.
Yeah.
We know it was the Saints.
And the Saints are bad. but
just compare it to last week.
Yeah. And that's what I think that we're going to obviously have that conversation about, it's always preseason and it's always this is a bad football team. But at the same time, you can still see things like you're converting third downs. That's something you wanted to see. You saw some pass rush. The offensive line actually looked pretty good. The defense looked more attacking, which is what we were told it was going to be. And the week before, that did not look like it. When you have the amount of penalties you had the week before, you're also a little concerned. Those were a lot less. And Trevor looked comfortable. So there were so many things that you can still take away personal things from players without saying, okay, the win-loss, the number maybe doesn't matter, but what did you see? What did you visually see? And you saw a lot of good things.
Yeah, a handful of starters missing as well. All right, so what are you guys getting into?
Yeah, so we'll talk a lot about that. We'll get into, obviously, the biggest takeaways, because we all went through some things we wanted to see this weekend. So how many of those boxes were checked for each of us? I know Tommy saw a lot of things he liked, and the week before he was not happy. So we'll definitely get into a whole lot of Jaguars today.
All right, sounds good, Taylor. We'll be listening.
Thank you.
You got Taylor, Lauren, Tommy Mack. They are all coming up, Helmets and Heels. We say thanks to Mokama Beer Company. We definitely love them. Mokama.com. You can check out what they've got with all their great craft brew. On the shelves, Total, ABC, Publix, and then, of course, up there in Wildlight or the beautiful tap room on South 8th Street. Now, here's a quick reminder as we say goodbye. Ale House at the corner of Beach and Hodges tomorrow, our Coach Campo send-off, okay? Coach will be with us, so if you guys can make it between noon and 2, we would love to see you with one of the final shows Coach Campo will be able to do in person. We're done. Turn you loose on Helmets and Heels.
Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
This is Joe C. from XLP, and I hope you will